Lol, I'm 18 years old. Most people my age watch Love Island, but I spend my days reading up on revolutionary theories and powerful TEDx talks. I think as human, it is our duty to utilize our phenomenal what? Hey everyone, Noble Xenon here, and welcome back to another r/IAmVerySmart video. Let's get started. So, hello chess.com, can I request that my rating starts at say 2500 to see I can play alongside the best? I've started playing chess again after a long layoff and think that it will take me forever to get my rating that high, even if I beat everyone I play against. Or supposing I am a chess genius, I don't think I am, but you never know, lol, then my talent might never be realized as my rating starts so low. Also, if I were a grandmaster, then would my rating from the outside world immediately be the same on chess.com? I'm assuming so, as Gary Kasparov has played 0 games on chess.com, but he is rated 8th in chess.com. Kind regards, Matthew. And what makes you think the best in the world want to play against you? You can't just get a high rating by request, you have to actually work for it. And now on a post about the writers and actors strikes, no one cares. Sure thing, it's not like TV and film have done anything for us lately except entertain us and inform us and provide stress relief and save lives and driven culture forward and bring up employment numbers for about the last 125 years. But of course, the intellectual replies, I don't watch TV, it's not entertainment, it's mind-numbing stupidity. There is no information, it's called propaganda. And what lives? This one's truly stupid. Should we also trust the science? Your culture has done nothing but decay society into chaos and ruin. Why do these people always talk like they're the final boss of a crappy low-budget RPG? Also, their entire profile was about Bitcoin because of course it was. We got a crypto bro and a pseudo-intellectual, what a combination. And now 2 intellectual titans meet on 4chan of all places. In my experience, midwits are utterly friggin' annoying and they really aren't worth dealing with. Though women specifically play this game where they'll realize that they have and hold out on purpose to try to catch you, any dignified IQ high person won't put up with blatant disrespect like that, thus creating a dynamic where it's inherently difficult to form relationships. And the other intellectual titan replies, this. I wondered this myself, why females despise intelligent men, and the truth is that we just see through them, and the deceptive tricks that work on other men don't work on us. I've literally never been friend-zoned too, because I understood early that if a female actually liked me, then the sexual interest would be mutual. Ah yes, the intellectual analysts of females, who think they know all about their behavior. And now big brains having a big brains fight on Quora. Why do I wholeheartedly believe that I am superior to others? Since a kid, I've maintained a quite arrogant sense of superiority over others, pitying those I deem less intelligent than myself. There are very few people I've met that I feel are equal or better than me and that I respect. At times, it feels comparable to being surrounded by bots in a video game. Ah yes, the intellectual being surrounded only by NPCs. That should read, since I was a child, a kid is a goat. You also started with an incomplete sentence. Yes, I know how you feel just by my responding to this. Also, I'm joking. Just as I hope you are too. If not, go back to school. Oh, but I didn't have enough characters to replace kid with child. Also, in case you were unaware, slang exists. Furthermore, the last sentence in your response is incorrect. A pseudo-intellectual who actually recognizes that slang exists, I'm surprised. Usually they claim it's an inferior form of English. You're also incorrect in claiming that a kid is a goat. Kids are not goats, they are baby goats. You also did not use quotation marks in writing since I was a child, which is also incorrect. Lastly, if not is not a complete sentence. And yes, I am joking too, though I do suggest you review your grammar workbooks from 5th grade. These are the kinds of conversations you will see go down on Quora. Intellectuals just claiming they're more right than others. This next one knew the textbooks before the classes. I was homeschooled and got bullied for knowing the periodicity of Jupiter's orbit. Ha ha. Then I got to university and was ridiculed for knowing the textbooks before taking the classes. Then, in my PhD, they hated me because I was cool with the professors and research assistants and not the grad students. F school. Ah yes, a mighty intellect is sure to bring the haters, but you can simply laugh at them knowing you have a bigger brain than them. How about a couple of YouTube comments? First, LMAO This was the easiest thing ever. As a math person in 8th grade, I guess I can go to Harvard, LMAO. Yes, I'm sure Harvard is just reading the YouTube comments section. And another one, this is strange. The topic is about controlling urges. I don't know what he means. You misunderstand. It means not letting your carnal urges be of advantage to anyone or anything beyond thyself. Once you have bent all people and things to your whim, they are yours to use for whatever you wish. Cause that's how you prove that toxic masculinity is just a lie manufactured by the global liberal cabal. No misogyny to see here, just the boys and the cigars and the banter, as you were. Ah yes, me and the boys, just hanging out, bending everyone and everything to our whim. Also, dude really went from thyself to cuz. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, then why not like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell? By the way, this dude thinks he's a sultan. The sultan of what? I have no idea. He's responding to a guy, not a woman, just FYI, who has written a real guy should be able to control himself or something, but his response seems very confusing. Not just confusing, but very concerning. Barbie targets audiences that go to the movies and switch off their brains. Oppenheimer, on the other hand, targets those who immerse themselves in a high-quality cinematographic experience. You know what the real high-quality experience is? Watching both. And now the intellectually enlightened former member of Mensa has entered the chat. Oh, Reddit. Given that I am a former member of Mensa, I wouldn't suggest that I am unaware if I were you. I am well aware of all mentions, so there is no need to adopt that patronizing attitude when I'm clearly the one who comes out on top in this regard, chap. This has to be a troll. Okay, funny guy. LMAO, the real r/Reddit moment is always in the comments. Pardon? What is the Reddit moment here? It's more often that Redditors display how intellectually atrophied they are, quite barefacedly, whereas I have the intellectual confidence to state my own hypertrophy given that it correlates with a series of facts surrounding my life, and through this, state the fact that I'm in no position to be patronized and talked down to by some other individual whose intellectual ability is statistically unlikely to be equal or superior to mine. You may not believe and still think I am a dunce, but my Mensa certificate hanging on the wall just beside me doesn't lie. Surprised the dude didn't mention the IQ specifically. Guess they forgot. And now, at 14, I included myself on a page of famous quotes. Dude, you must always cringe every time you look at those quotes. Dawn broke over the horizon, and I was lucky enough to see the dream that was born. And then, quotes Forrest Gump, and then, sarcasm is the blade with which I cut the throats of my enemies. Sounds like someone studied the blade back in the day. By the way, there are more quotes, including quotes from Helen Keller, the Dalai Lama, and Queen. Which, by the way, is misquoted because is this the real life, not the real world? For this next one, when you understand a lot about genetics, as a 1690s Massachusetts bloodline, and note the spelling Massachusetts, I unironically hate foreigners. America is a nation, one that everyone and their mother feels entitled to, regardless of their ancestral connection to the sacrifices made here. The nation is being pillaged by foreigners with no blood in the game. Wait, how does one ironically hate foreigners? By calling them out when they say America is an idea, or America is a miracle when their genetics has not experienced that idea or miracle from its founding. This individual just had to have been trying to start something up on Twitter. At least I hope that's all it is. This next one claims to be smarter than 99% of humanity. It is unbearable. It is impossible to cope with the fact that 99% of humanity actually really is astoundingly stupid. I really can't mince words about this anymore. I can't go on with the, oh, they may not understand X, but that doesn't mean they lack intelligence. Intel is just a faulty arbitrary measurement, etc., etc. I know and agree, measuring anyone by intelligence is stupid, and I'm not saying stupidity equals worthy of hatred, but they are stupid. Unfathomably stupid. I am completely alone in a world of anti-intellectual psychopaths who don't give any words concrete definitions and don't care about objective truth. They are projectors to an exasperating degree, due to toddler-level lack of self-awareness. They can't grasp any concept they can't see or touch. They don't even know enough to know there's things they don't know, or they undermine the vastness of all the information out there. They have never thought about anything outside of their childish imaginative bubbles. If information doesn't fit into their preconceived nest of beliefs, then it is babble madness to them. They are genuinely just children, and it's fine. I advocate for children. I want to educate them. I want to educate everyone on how to educate each other instead of fight. But I'm just so tired of being the only adult. I'm the only adult I've ever known personally. I've been the only adult since I was a child. I score 100 for the ocean conscientiousness test. Most people are between 10 and 35. I am not bragging after saying their score. I find nothing remarkable about me, but that's all the more reason why I'm so exhausted. I feel like I'm not special, and I'm not asking for anything special. I just wish anyone else was remotely on my level so I can have appropriate company. I feel so uncomfortable socializing with people my age because genuinely it feels the exact same as if I were to hang out with random elementary school children in a park or something. I don't look down on others, obviously. It just always feels like, what the hell are you doing? You know it's super inappropriate and weird that you're hanging out with these people. It's creepy to hang out around strangers you aren't on equal footing with. But of course, this person thinks no one is on equal footing with them. Intelligence on such a high level, everyone else may as well just be children. And now we have some entirely incredible opinions. The words encapsulated by quotation marks. I think that there's no issue with the existence of a variety of levels of intellect in the world. To generalize, who else is going to clean your toilets, empty your bins, or erect your scaffolding? The issue is in people misunderstanding their place in their natural order, and proceeding to pollute the internet and airwaves with entirely incredible opinions and information. I am regularly astounded at the confidence with which these people enter the chat, with poorly constructed viewpoints, devoid of critical analysis. Where do they find the confidence to do so? Where do you find the confidence to claim you're so intelligent? This next one is a reply to a video called Shipwreck Expert Rates 11 Shipwrecks in Movies and TV. How real is it? The so-called intellectual replies, this is equivalent to analysts who talk about the game but never played ball in their life. If you've never been in an actual shipwreck yourself, your opinion isn't valid on any of this, lol. And OP says, to be an expert on volcanoes, one should be inside one, laughing emoji. And now, a real Socrates, r/not the onion. Isn't it just the epitome of annoyance when a Reddit user responds with nothing but a subreddit link? It's like, hey, how about we engage in a meaningful discussion, but nope, have this link instead. Undeniably frustrating. Meaningful conversation on Reddit, way to aim high, man. The subtle art of seeking intellectual engagement on Reddit. While it may seem quixotic to some, it is a noble pursuit driven by an unyielding desire to elevate the collective conversation. After all, even the most distinguished philosophers began by merely contemplating in the agora. Shall we too endeavor to aim higher, my fellow Redditors? My dude, all I can say is good luck doing that on Reddit. You're not gonna find the next Socrates here. And it must get tiring having to work with high-dimensional non-linear systems of imaginary numbers all the time. 4 cents and 10 seconds, so about €14.40 per hour, assuming he keeps the pace up. Now you're just showing off your math skills. Oh, it's nice to work with a low-dimensional linear system of real numbers for a change. And this last intellectual, to postulate my own interpretation. A fair interpretation, and I can see your point. But If we are to pull back the curtain and breach the fourth wall, I think answering that question might be interesting. If I were to postulate my own interpretation, which is entirely subjective of course, I am inclined to think that the person holding the camera knows the person who removed the rocks. Perhaps they saw the rocks together and realized there was an opportunity to tell a story themselves. That story being to show what it looks like to stop and take care of a problem on the road, even when you don't have to. Not to get biblical, but isn't that the story of the Good Samaritan? Holy, dude is going biblical on us. To pull back the curtain and question the intent of the person holding the camera may, on the surface, reduce the validity of the act we are watching, but that also belies the point of filming something like this, doesn't it? Too often the camera is pointed at the ills of the world, which makes cynics of us all. Why not enjoy the story of a good deed and promote that message instead? I mean, you could have been a bit more concise with your argument, not gonna lie. And I guess that's an issue with IAmVerySmart individuals as a whole. They're just too wordy, which oftentimes weaken their arguments. So, I'd like to thank all of my channel members, especially Amethyst Phoenix, Cranjus McBiscuitbull, Dark Garden, Catalan Cormendi, Mike Hawk, Hold Up, Jay Demby, Nightcrawler, Stormcloud the Wolf, VicMeister1999, and Zoe Horsham. You can join in the link below. And if you enjoyed it, feel free to like, subscribe, and hit the little notification bell, and comment what's on your mind.